Every morning, Marianne smiled as she brushed her daughter's hair. Little Anna's laughter filled their home with joy. But that morning, nothing was the same. When Marianne walked into her daughter's room, the bed was empty. And deep inside, a voice whispered the one thing no mother ever wants to hear: your child isn't coming back. Days later, Anna's small body was found in a trash bin. And something inside Marianne shattered forever. After months of silent pain, she walked into that courtroom, slowly reached into her bag, and the whole world witnessed how far a mother's grief could go. This is the story of Marianne Bachmeier. The day a mother decided to take justice into her own hands. May 5th, 1980. It seemed like just another day in northern Germany. 7-year-old Anna Bachmeier had the day off from school. After a small disagreement with her mother, she left the house, upset and alone, but she never returned. That day, Anna crossed paths with Klaus Grabowski, a 35-year-old man with a dark past. He had previously been convicted of crimes against children and had received medical treatment that he later chose to stop. He managed to lure Anna into his home, and for hours, she was kept away from the world. What happened next left an entire nation in shock. With the help of someone he knew, he tried to hide what he had done. Anna's body was later found in a nearby dumping ground. The German public was outraged, but no one, absolutely no one, felt the heartbreak that Marianne did. Sharing this true story with you means a lot to me. If you enjoy deep and heartfelt storytelling like this, subscribe now and become part of our family, because here every story carries meaning. Marianne was a young mother living in northern Germany. Life hadn't been easy for her. She had left her family at a young age and had to survive on her own. She was raising her daughter alone. Money was tight, but her love was endless. Little Anna was her entire world. Their life was simple: morning breakfast, getting ready for school, watching cartoons together. They found joy in life's quiet moments. To Marianne, Anna wasn't just her child. She was her hope, her dream, her future. And that hope was stolen, taken by the hands of a man who left nothing behind but pain. When Klaus Grabowski was arrested, the entire country was shaken. The media followed Anna's story for days. It came out that Grabowski had harmed 2 young girls in the past. He had served prison time and even received medical treatment to control his behavior. But over time, he stopped the therapy and the danger returned. When asked why he took Anna's life, his answer left everyone in disbelief. "I was afraid of going back to prison if her mother told the police." That sentence broke Marianne. Her daughter's life had been reduced to a man's fear of punishment. And in that moment, something shifted inside her. She no longer believed justice would come from the system. On the day of the hearing, Marianne arrived early at the courthouse. She held a small black handbag close to her. Inside was more than just personal belongings. It carried all the pain she had been holding in. What happened next would be remembered forever. March 6, 1981. Marianne left home early that morning. She wore black pants and a simple blouse. Slung over her shoulder was a small black handbag. She knew she had to be in court that day. But this wouldn't be just another hearing. The courthouse was quiet. Tension filled the air. At the security checkpoint, she was asked to open her bag. She looked at the female guard with a calm, controlled smile. The gun was hidden between papers, tissues, and a notebook. It went unnoticed. She was allowed inside. The trial hadn't started yet. The defendant's chair was empty. The judges hadn't arrived. Marianne sat in the front row. Her heart pounded in her chest. She looked around. The room was filled with people who couldn't even pronounce her daughter's name correctly. Suddenly, the door opened. Klaus Grabowski was brought in. His hands were cuffed, but his face showed no remorse. Marianne's eyes locked onto him, and in that moment, time stopped. She reached into her bag, slowly unzipped it, pulled out the gun. No shouting, no warning, no second thought. She fired 7 shots. Grabowski collapsed to the floor. The courtroom erupted in screams. Officers rushed toward her, took the gun from her hands. But Marianne just sat there. No tears, no panic, just silence. Because in that moment, she had made the world hear her daughter's voice. The sound of gunshots echoed through the courtroom, turning everything upside down. A mother's grief that day didn't just hit Grabowski. It shook faith in the justice system itself. Marianne was taken into custody on the spot. As police led her out, dozens of cameras and reporters surrounded her. Some wept, others stayed silent, but everyone saw the emptiness in her eyes. The look of a mother who knew she could never bring her daughter back. Marianne was charged with intentional homicide. The media covered the story nonstop for days. The public was split in two. Some called her a murderer. Others saw her as the silent voice of justice. Germany was deeply shaken. Thousands of women wrote letters of support to Marianne. Demonstrations were held outside the courthouse. Banners read, "Any mother would have done the same." Prosecutors argued the killing was cold-blooded. Her defense lawyer said something different. This was not a planned act. It was the deepest cry of a mother's soul. Psychologists were brought in. Marianne's mental state was examined. Loss, trauma, guilt, helplessness. Emotions intertwined inside one woman's body. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months. And finally, the court gave its verdict. The court acknowledged this was no ordinary murder. Marianne was found guilty, but received a reduced sentence of 6 years. She would be eligible for parole after 3 years. When the verdict was read, silence filled the room. Marianne simply bowed her head. No joy, no protest, because her greatest punishment had already been served. The silence echoing through her daughter's empty room. After serving her sentence, Marianne Bachmeier tried to live a quiet life in Germany. She chose a life away from the media and the public eye. The pain of losing her daughter never left her shoulders. Years passed, but the emptiness inside her remained. In 1996, at the age of 49, she passed away. Her death marked the final chapter of a tragic story. Even today, her story continues to spark debate about a mother's love, the meaning of justice, and the limits of humanity. So, do you think justice was served in this case? Where does the line between pain and justice begin and end? Was Marianne right? Or was what happened in that courtroom something beyond the law? In this dark and complex story, the answers lie with you. We've explored this dark and complex story together, questioning what justice really means. Now I ask you, did justice truly prevail? Share your thoughts with us in the comments below. If you appreciate real and heartfelt stories like this, don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Your support means the world to us. See you in the next video.